Oh, good morning, guys. Good morning. Happy November 17th, 2020. It's Tuesday. Don't be too happy. You're just at the very start of the week, and it's not a good look to be too happy. But nonetheless, I guess it's just a social norm in terms of wishing everybody a good day. So happy Tuesday. Not too happy to everybody. Actually, you know what? It's probably better to have a consistent encouragement of encouraging people to have a good attitude, I guess. And I guess wishing someone to be happy is probably falls under that category. So maybe we'll allow it in the current year. How you guys doing? Welcome. We're gonna do another one of these things, streams on the internet. Turn that off. There we go. Hi. I'm going with the no light thing. That's all the light that you guys are gonna get, right there. That seepage, that light seepage, right there. That little. That's all the light. There's your daily source of, what is it, vitamin D? Ah! Oh god. Burns. Acting. Anyways. I hope you guys are doing well. November 17th. It's, what, is that like the midpoint of the month? Well, I guess technically the 15th was 30 days. Cut that in half. Carry the 2. Yeah, that's 15. So November's like done, basically. I mean, don't blink too much because it'll be over. Or maybe you should. In fact, everybody start blinking. Okay. Today's like the cutoff day for this, so I think I'll just fucking jump into it. Basement, hi! You are, indeed. How you doing, man? I'm staring at this and I'm seeing a lot of things that I want to twist and rotate a little bit, but I think... I don't know. Maybe I should wait until later to start. No, I'm gonna do it now. Who am I? To tell myself to wait. Yeah! That's very rude, and you shouldn't do normal bodily human functions in public, Derek, or even in your own house while streaming, which is kind of like being in public, but not really. It's a public that I prefer because in order for you to be part of my public, out in the public, that I'm not talking about like a store, but I'm talking about being outside amongst other people in society. What I'm referring to is the public that I like. Is the one where I have the right to tell people to leave. Like, all right. Did you guys hear beeping? Is that part of the song? Yeah, I think it was because someone's just waking up. That was an alarm. Didn't I have this conversation yesterday about not having alarms or sirens in songs? I guess they didn't get the memo. You had a really weird and long dream today. Do you want to share? I can't remember the last time I dreamed. I don't dream. I just close my eyes and I instantly teleport into the future. Which sounds great. It's not. It really isn't. Because it takes a long time for me to even fall asleep. And then when I do teleport into the future, I'm not really well rested. Sometimes. Actually, the last couple of weeks I've been sleeping really well. Thank you for asking. It felt like your brain was telling me that I wasn't meant to have a career in painting, drawing, but I had to focus on film and video editing. That's interesting, man. So what do you take from that? That sounds very direct towards your situation. I'm one who is open-minded to our subconscious telling us secret coded messages through dreams. I'm open-minded to that. But I would also say that I would listen to your own self beyond your subconscious. What am I trying to say? I don't know. Sometimes a dream can literally just be a smorgasbord of fuck, and not the fun kind. It can be a smorgasbord of like mess you up if you really look too much into it. But then on the other hand, you can have like amazing closure from some dreams and some insight and paradigm shift. So you can change from a dream depending on the intensity, I guess. But did you get any answers from yourself in the dream, dude, or do you have more questions now? Because I mean, like that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's like sometimes I can just make you question even more, right? You don't know, man. It's the first dream I've had in years. Okay, so you're like me. It's probably just it'd be too much to take in. Overwhelming, right? All right. So I think I'm just gonna get into this, see what we can do, and try and aim for some type of finish with this morning. Okay. All right. That. Art. Get rid of this. Okay. That's not supposed to be there either. Just quickly gonna reorganize, I guess, my layers that I have set up. Like where that's going. Yeah, man. There's books and all kinds of shit about dreams to help people try and understand what they're telling you. I don't know. I guess because of the fact that I used to have more frequent dreams and more vivid dreams when I was a child. I think that might be a common thing. I don't know, but at some point, I can't remember exactly when, but dreams basically just stopped happening as often for me. And I'm just kind of like, okay, you know. I don't know. I guess. Can't really miss having something if you never really had it, right? You never really. Even though I literally just said. Well, I guess I really don't remember having too many dreams as a kid. Then I do recall having dreams, just not remembering. Maybe that's another one of the mysterious things about dreams is how quickly they can kind of. Theory? No, don't DMC. No. Siri's like trying to hijack the stream and play music. That's most likely DCMA. DCMA. MMA. The DCM UFC MMA champion music. Nailed that one. Anyways, dreams. people have them, some people don't, I guess. I recall my sister having like a dream book thing, telling you what your dreams mean, but it was a book that also taught you how to read palms too. Don't know how much I can trust that stuff, but I think it's interesting. Again, I have a fairly open mind. Something like that. Come down like that. Okay, so yeah, let's get back to the hands. I think I had a layer. Yeah, I had a layer like that, so I could zoom in a little bit more. And take a look here. I had them almost every night when I was younger. Even recurring ones where I'd know it was a dream and try. Yeah, I recall having. Those are vivid dreams, right? Like where I remember a dream. I guess this is really the only dream that I can actually say I remember. I don't remember the context of it, but I remember I was very young. I was probably 10 or 12, and I could fly, but the only way that I could fly is if I did backflips. So it was a really fucking weird, nice dream of me flying around my hometown, just doing somersaults but in reverse through the air. And the second that I would stop doing backflips, I would fall. I think that's how I woke up. Now that I think about it, is you get that have you ever had that sensation where it feels like you're falling in a dream and it wakes you up? You kind of catch yourself. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck? I had that, and then I think maybe that's what ended dreams for me. Is I fell so hard in a dream that it knocked dreams out of my brain. That's completely unlikely, but let's say that's what happened. How cool would it be if it is our subconscious just literally communicating with us and trying to give us little hints of I don't know, a path that works for us, or maybe not necessarily a path, but some type of guidance. Like our subconscious is a manual. The instructions, but it's super artsy and it's pretentious. Our subconscious is really pretentious and doesn't really just want to say, hey, no, right there, go there. It doesn't say that. It just goes, well, what if you could do backflips and fly? You know what I mean? Okay, subconscious, what are you trying to say? Where are you getting at with this? Maybe that backflips are cool. Jarek, maybe that's it. I don't know. That's why it's so interesting. Flow is really low. Okay, I must have hit 1. Paint's not coming out of this brush. This gray still feels like it needs to be splashed with a little bit of blue. I think that's close. Maybe something like this. No, that might be too much. Yeah. Wop, 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 wop. Oh, that hand. We wanted to change that hand, right? As he goes and paints literally anywhere else. That doesn't really matter just yet. Yeah, that hand. Okay, so let's go ahead and merge this. Let's grab entire hand here. Separated on its own layer already. So this should be super quick and easy, right? Control J, Control T. I think we just did something like that. Here. Control H to hide that so we can see what we're doing. Let's turn that on real quick. Okay, I think that'll work. Now we're gonna move the rest of the arm. Erase that hand to find the new one. Okay. Now let's tweak this arm here. Yeah, it needs to go. I think if I did this, if I grab right here. Just did Control T. Oh, what was that? Control Y, Control T. Rotate that here a little bit. Hold on. Try this again. Like that, and then grab right here. Control T, thingy, H to hide that. If we can, I don't know if that's gonna work. No, I think something else needs to come down or go up. Not sure right here. Let's flip it and take a look. Ooks, what's up, man? Yeah, I've been here and there, you know, but I'm back. I'm gonna be streaming Monday through Friday. The nutshell version is I was dealing with a lot of anxiety and depression over the last couple years, making for an inconsistent schedule. I feel like I've made a lot of progress in the last couple of months to the point where here I am, you know. So I feel good. So we're gonna stream 5 days a week. That's it. And I'm in a new house. Hopefully this is gonna be where I spend the next, I don't know, 10, 20 years. Maybe the rest of my life. And well, we'll see what happens. But got me a mortgage, and the bank wants my money, so it's time to get to work. And with that alone, like, that's enough to kind of nip me in the butt to motivate me to try and do things right again. You know, when you have that motivation, it feels good. You know, I know that it's something that's going to be, the novelty of it will wear off. But like I said, I feel like my head's in a completely different space. It's in a nice, Place with a view. I don't know. It's it's in a good locale. My state of mind. The things that can damage my brain and my attitude, I have no patience for anymore, and I will let it be known that that's unwanted. Certain stressors, things that can potentially trigger another depression episode, I guess. So having some foresight, knowing what those are, is key. I mean, beginning of the year, I was doing a lot of therapy. I was going to a therapy, having a therapy session, I think, once a week, which helped. If anything, just to validate that I'm not insane. And it's not that I feel insane. It's just it's nice to have validation when, I guess normally I just ask my parents, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of my depression, anxiety it's from that. It's from losing my parents. And that's sorry if I just blown you guys away by how open I am with this, but that's it. It's just like, to me, that's how I cope. That's how I deal with it, is talking about it and being honest. But I think that has a lot to do with it. Whereas normally I would ask for validation from, we look to our caregivers and our guardians and our parents for validation that we're headed in the right direction. And when that's completely gone, when you don't have that, when you just go, "Hey Siri, am I doing okay?" She's not gonna give a fuck. She answered, but what's she gonna say? She's still listening to me.
I don't know how to respond to that.
That's it. Thanks. You're a shitty parent, Siri. But that's it. I'm not looking to replace my parents. It's just I have to go about things differently and find validation elsewhere. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people understand, even if your parents are still around. Like, we as humans would like to know that what we're doing is in some way going to benefit somebody or add something to the world that will make it a better place. At least that's what I'm looking for, You can be my daddy, Musambi. You absolutely can. Papa Musambi, how you doing? Have I been doing anything specific to deal with your problems? Yeah, I've been doing a lot. Like I said, I at the beginning of the year, I think from January, maybe it was February, January till about June, I was, maybe it was June? I don't know. Yeah, I was going to a therapist. And beyond that, I had a couple scans done of my brain. I was trying to tackle a lot of things. I was trying to finally figure out why I have a tremor and what type of tremor it is. And they called it something. It's just a minor tremor that most likely will get less minor and more major. I don't know what tuning it would be in, but my tremor's to the key of B flat, a B flap. It's a new sound. It's new key. That's B flap. So I got a bunch of scans done. MRI, MIR, whatever that is, where you go on the big electric donut. And I had to take out all my piercings, which is just one nowadays. Saw a specialist for cannabis too. They started me on some CBD and some other products to try with anxiety and depression and my insomnia. And I still have issues, but I think with all the things that I've been trying, I'm bit by bit, it's adding up to where I am now. it added up to getting me to here, to finding confidence, to not necessarily confidence, but motivation to want to do anything again. Because once that's gone, it's very hard. It is an uphill battle, but you can get to the top. You know, it's nice to hear about your crap. I feel like everyone's got tough, and that's it, right? I feel bad for saying, you know, I guess I'm not saying it in spite of other people's, like, oh, you think you're going through hell? Well, check out my hell. You know, that's fucking stupid. When people compare pain, it's so relative. It's so fucking relative that it doesn't even make sense to compare it. You know, it's like the conversation of, like, what's the best this? What's the best that? What's the best music? What's the best movie? It's so fucking relative to the individual, unless you have some way of taking your subconscious or your consciousness and injecting it into the brain of another person to fully experience their existence. You know, you can't say shit about how another person feels and thinks about something, right? A general tremor, yeah. They said some really fancy doctor name, but I just call it it's like a mild tremor. That's just enough to be annoying. Let me see. I think I stopped reading your message, man. Here, let me just not have. Okay, yeah, all this needs to go down. I think the arm as well. Here, I'll get back to the painting. I want to see what you guys are saying, because we're talking about something that's really interesting to me. I feel like everyone's got tough things to say, but it's like it's forbidden to talk about. I think it's just like society has failed us in giving people the education and the tools needed to handle these things. And now, especially now more than ever, where we're left to our thoughts, it can chip away at our soul, you know, at our humanity. So talk about it, you know. If it makes somebody uncomfortable, that's I'm sorry to hear that. You know, maybe I guess it's all about the audience, finding the right audience, because unfortunately, you know, not all of our family members have the tools or the mindset to be able to handle talking about these things, to help maybe cope with all this shit that's happening, right? Given the circumstances, you know, everyone's going through something different, but you hear people talk about that kind of stuff too. To see a world in a grain of sand, and a heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour. William Blake. That's awesome, man. Absolutely fucking love that. See a world in a grain of sand. It's just like, we're just atoms, man. We're just universes built within universes. And maybe so, and that's fucking awesome. You know, I understand that need to. Most artists fight with imposter syndrome, absolutely. And even if I know what it is causing a lot of my insecurities, it's hard to cope with it. Yeah, but it got better for me. Yeah, because it's like, I guess it's just, we have to be courageous to kind of confront these things, and being still and not doing anything is so much easier than setting out and trying to better ourselves, right? And then you can just fall into a trap of just wanting the easiest of things to happen, right? Because what is it? What's the saying? There's another saying. Nothing in life is easy to work to get for you. Something like that. You know, you can write that down if you want. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, anything in life that's worth it is hard. It's hard to get there. It's just, it takes time, it takes effort, but it'll be worth it, because you'll be there. You'll be where you want, hopefully. My doctor just told me to stop being so scared and anxious, and my tremors would go away. That's what I'd say. I'd say, you know what? You need to stop being a doctor And then you wouldn't have to give such shit advice to patients. Boom! Actually, that was like a horrible insult. Just need to drink more coffee. I think it's time experience usually fixes that, and you get over it. And maybe I got lucky and I had enough success that I got over it. Yeah, man. I mean, sometimes life just needs to happen, and you're able to right the wrongs or adjust your course in real time. Maybe. Mofu, how you doing, man? Yeah, dude, I was already on pretty shaky grounds before COVID, but in a weird way, it's helped me focus on aspects of my life I had been neglecting, but I think I might still need to see a therapist or something. And that's just it. Is I think there's always more that we can improve on. Really, just comes down to financial. Sadly, even in Canada, if you don't have, and this is what's so fucked up about humans, is we still don't consider, at least in Canada, and I can probably say in the United States as well, we don't see mental health the way it should be seen. And that's a huge problem. Because of that, it's not included into certain Medicare and kind of default human rights to be able to have coverage or not have to pay out of pocket when you have a mental disease, right? Because that's it. That's what you have to do, is you have to pay out of pocket if you don't have any coverage. And 1 hour a week of therapy sessions adds up. Those motherfuckers get paid. So unless you have some pro bono deal or some, I don't know, college campus that has students that are looking for experience, and you can go and see them. I think you can do that with like dentistry. You can go in and get a free root canal. I don't know who would sign up for that at a university or college course that's instructing dentists and technicians. I was told that when I was living in Montreal that's something that I could do because I didn't have any coverage. I was like, no, thank you. Nope, I am good, thanks. Nope. Anyways, yeah, man, it's I hope I'm going to continue to talk about mental health for the rest of my fucking life. And I'm going to continue to be honest about my own struggles with it for the rest of my fucking life. And as long as I'm streaming and those two kind of overlap, I'll be discussing it here on the stream. So, and I encourage you to do so as well. Especially if you don't have the place or the family or the friends of the mindset that actually see it as a hindrance to our lives, you know. Hopefully this will be a place to at least air some of your grievances of disappointment in the system, in the healthcare systems that we have that don't cover our brains and our mentality. Any of that make sense? I don't know. But I hear ya, Mofu. I hear ya. Someone call the horny police. What is it? It's like a dog that just bonks ya. Bonk. Yo. Cleavages of disappointment. Hi, Sketch. How are you doing? Okay, so that's the hand layer. That's that hand layer. What did we want to do? If I was this arm, what would I want to do? Be painted, I think. Just make this a little bit darker here. so that... I think the shoulder up here needs to come down a bit, maybe. Let's try... Oh, God. Let's try... Yeah, let's just merge that. Let's try and grab this right here first, and then... Something like that. Get in there, 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 get in there. Something's feeling... something. Je ne sais pas. Let's try this. Let's just leave it here. Grab that shoulder of hers. Right here. Let's just get all of it, I think. Control J. Knock this down a bit. Oh boy. Okay, and then this is too wide too. Okay. Okay. Ça va, ça va. Oh, c'est bien. Oh, oui, c'est bien. I don't know what that voice was. I'm curious about something. Do you ever struggle with sleep? Like your brain just gets hijacked by anger or whatever? Not anger. Usually just really sad thoughts, you know? My brain just goes right back to the saddest experiences of my life, and they just replay in my brain, and that usually is what keeps me awake. My brain is, yeah, like that's a good way of saying it. It literally hijacks my thoughts. And then before I know it, it's like fucking 4 in the morning. And I'm just so tired, but unable to sleep. Now, I should say that it's been a fucking long time since I felt that way at night. I usually fall asleep. I usually go to bed, what time? I've been going to bed at probably like 10 or 11 with actually feeling sleepy. I'm just gonna roll with it, you know. I'm not gonna ask questions. So far everything's good, you know. Old man Derek. Yeah, and I was waking up at like 6 with full of energy. You know, if things keep going this way, fuck, I'm set. I'm so happy. But it's kind of like this. Sometimes with sleeping, it's good, and then it just like. But having this new house and you know, it's everything being so new, and you know, I got that nice warm feeling in my chest of being happy in my new home. That's all great. I know that'll eventually wear out, but it's. I'm gonna ride it. I'm just gonna take it day by day and see what happens, you know? Try not to worry about shit's outside of my control, and stay more in the now, right? Stay more present, and only give thought and concern towards things that you have control over, right? Like whether something's gonna break or not, or something's gonna malfunction, or I don't know, whatever it is, anything that's literally outside of your control. It's kind of like, I'm not gonna stress on that stuff. Easier said than done, but it's a muscle, and I'm going to improve my ignoring muscle, my ignoring shit muscle. So I can hopefully continue down the path that I want to continue down. Anyways, I was gonna do some stuff here, or was I gonna answer a question here? You're doing great, Sketch. That's good to hear. Welcome, man. I'm glad that you're doing great. And that you're chilling, we're hanging out, looking at some nippleless boobs, because these boobs have no nipples, because that's what Twitch, it just wants a world that has no nipples. And I'm painting that world for them. One titty at a time. Twitch, the biggest disappointment. Old man Derek. I have similar old man schedule, and I like it. I like it too, man. If it's making me feel good, I could give two shits what anybody else says about my sleeping habits. You know what I mean? Literally about anything. If it makes me feel better and it's not directly negatively impacting anybody's existence, I'm gonna go to bed at 10 and wake up at 6. You know what I mean? You're doing the Lord's work. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. Did you guys know that I used to be an assistant for Sunday school? Did you guys know that? I think I told you guys that. And basically, the only thing that I did was draw Pokemon. I think I was like maybe 17 years old myself. Well, I think I started maybe I was 16, 17, 18. Because I did it for 3 years. This was obviously before I was an atheist. Obviously. But that was a lot of fun, man. I think I think the kids, how old were they? They were like 8 or 9. I don't know, what grade is that? Is that grade 1 and 2? What year is that for school? Anyways, they just wanted me to draw Pokemon, and I drew like Pikachu and Charizard, and I was really into Pokemon back then too, especially the first generation. Still am. The first generation. That's like the real Pokemon to me. Holy crap, I'm not painting. I'm not painting. But I did that, and it was great. It was a lot of fun. You know, once we plowed through the instructions for the day in the Bible or whatever it is that we did, they handed out the printed assignments, and then they did the thing, and Jesus praised them and all that stuff. Once we were through with that, it was just me drawing Pokemon and then going to the cafeteria with them and giving them like Oreos and cookies and stuff like that until the rest of the mass came out. And then that was something that was really good for the resume, I think. Maybe that's what did it. Maybe it was the 3 years of volunteering at a church. I don't think so. And I did it because my mom's in the choir too. She was my ride, so I had to stick around and wait for her to finish her choir practice. So I might as well do some Sunday school shit. Anyways, drawing Pokemon. Do your atheists? Wait, are you saying that atheist is a Pokemon? Oh, yes, yeah. I am. I am now. Back then, I was whatever my parents told me I was. I think. And I really wasn't I wasn't interested in research and doing my own soul searching, you know, because we all have our own unique path, and a lot of us go this way, a lot of us go that way. Some follow religion, some don't. To me, with that type of shit, it's up to the individual, and I'm not here to tell you not to follow whatever path you want to follow. Excuse me. I'm friends with all walks of life, as long as they are friendly as well. And that's that. That's kind of, I don't know why I had to tie things up like this, but I don't give a fuck what religion anybody is, what they look like, gender, sexual, whatever. It doesn't fucking matter to me. It's the person behind the eyes, right? It's the spirit. It's the soul. It's whatever it is that makes us able to move around these meat sacks, right? These fragile meat sacks. Anyway, I don't know why I have to always go so deep. Derek, why do you have to go so deep and so hard? Why are you going so deep and hard on religion like that? What's happening to my... Oh, Control T. So now I get to hit Control D? Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. And then I think maybe we just push everything over. Including the hands and the arms. Just wait a minute. Hold on now. Erase that. Is that a mistake? Let's try this. This can be over here a little bit more. There's some. Oh, there absolutely is. There's some absolutely critical in ways of helping people form a moral compass in many religions. Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that's, you know, I was what was I? My dad was Catholic. My mom was United, which I think United is just like you can be anything and go to that United church. It was a United church, so I don't really know what that means, but I think that it's kind of like from whatever cut of cloth you're from, you can go to this church. It's primarily of a Christianity, a United church. Again, I don't pay too much attention to the details like that. Maybe I should have. But that's where I went. Or whatever that means. Okay, so this arm starting to feel a little better. Suck that back on. Man, you know what toys were really fucking awesome growing up? Crash Test Dummies. Who here had who here's who here's old enough to know what the fuck I'm talking about? And I'm not talking about the band, even though they were badass as well. And then there was like I remember there's like was it a TV show? It wasn't necessarily a TV show. But they were pretty funny. Pretty funny. You know the band? Oh, you're talking about is that Crash Test Dummies? Once there was a guy who DMCA. Is that Crash Test Dummies? Pooping on his face and then she cut his dick off. No wait, that's the Weird Al version of it. I recently watched a documentary about that woman. Or maybe it was an episode of some crime show. And you know what? That dude deserved to have his dick cut off. No, maybe not, but it made me think. It made me think. Yeah, I want it right here. C'est pas moche. It's not working. I think I just need to, I think I need to move the boobs, too. Let's do that. Let's go to our lasso. Just move, or maybe, yeah, move this area. Oh, fuck it, we'll grab the whole thing. No, it's not gonna work. Let's just grab this one boob. Wait a minute, whose boob are you grabbing? Yeah, probably not the best words to choose. Sorry. Sorry if you're just listening. And you're probably now watching. I said boob grabbing. Okay, I gotta see this. I gotta see this. I think that's them. Yeah, I don't, because they were. I always got the name. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because they came out. They released music around the same time. Crash Test Dummies and Smashing Pumpkins, and they're not the same at all. They're not even remotely the same. Yeah, it was like Crash Test Dummies, Smashing Pumpkins, and another band. I just had it, and now it's gone. We'll never know. Crash Test Dummies. Presidents of the United States of America? But they had like millions of peaches. And a bunch of other awesome songs. I think their first or the album that had that song on it was fucking fantastic. But that was like years ago. And I was probably really into, I was also really into the Spice Girls. So don't don't take my word for it when it comes to what good music is. Okay? Again, it's another thing that's very suggestive. It's very Sagittarius. What did I just say? Up to the individual. Let's go with that. Moving on. Just remind you of something? Go on. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm happy with... No, let's flip. Let's flip before we make any decisions that we commit with. Yeah, I think I want to... merge this. Let's go like, damn. Let's go here. Grab that. That in a little bit.
Testing 1, 2, 4, 37.
Roger that. Rubber ducky.
On the verge of a breakthrough.
Got a little bit of her face here. Make sure we don't do that. Control T, Control H to hide it. Maybe that. Back when I lived in Iceland, my best friend was way into Spice Girls. I used to live in Iceland. Mofu, is that you? No, I definitely didn't live in Iceland. We used to get up to all sorts of, yeah, me too, man. I mean, like, that was when you're at an age where you fearlessly and without judgment like the things that you want to like before, well, it's usually like middle school is when just all hell changes and people are assholes. And middle school is the fucking worst, man. Or junior high, whatever you want to call it. Grades. What? Is it grade 6, 7, and 8? Those 3 years, just hell. Yeah. I remember we used to play Mortal Kombat. Just have to play it without the blood on. But it was kind of crafty, so... I knew how to start it from dust. Yeah, with the blood. Crazy, dude. It's crazy that, like... That's awesome. Me and him, his brother, we'd like to play funny games doing the moves from Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, man. You know, I can relate to playing Power Rangers, trying to be a Transformer. That was really difficult. It's hard to fold up and turn into literally anything other than a person when you're just a person. So, yeah, man. Being able to enjoy things without you know, the worry of being told you shouldn't like something that way, or that much, or whatever it is. Give me back those times. Maybe not those times, but when people, I guess when people were kids. Is that what I'm trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say. I think we'll just go with that. Don't forget to save. Okay, so I think I want to rotate that hand a little bit. Right here. Maybe a little tiny bit bigger. Our anchor point at the wrist. There it is. I think just like that. I think I'm okay with that. This is a little bit higher. It should be, well, it should be like right there, shouldn't it? Can we just make everything work? That's so much to ask for. Maybe it's this at the top. Ah! What did I just do? Oh, I must have clicked over here. Oh boy. Could not move. Control D. Spam Control D when things aren't working, right? There we go. Quite literally don't know what just happened to my Photoshop, but it's almost like that's a given. That's just something that we accept as Photoshop conductors. Nope, holding shift. Holding shift. There we go. Get it like that. Bring it back up. Rotate a little bit. Go with that. Go with that, Derek. Just move on with your life. You can do it. Like this. Go Control J. Go like this. that up. Hit enter. Charge it back down. Progress is happening. I can feel it. We might actually even finish it. We'd always rent action movies when he'd come over to visit. His mom wouldn't let him watch them, so we'd just keep the information from our parents. You imagine what kids are up to nowadays with shit that's kind of skeevy like that? You know what I mean? Because I definitely did it. You know, with my friends, and sometimes we would get in trouble, sometimes we wouldn't. You know, and we were fine at the end of the day. But most of that stuff that we would get in trouble with was outside activities, you know, because growing up just as the internet was coming out, there really wasn't a whole lot to do at the very beginning. Until, like, when Diablo 2 came out and Battle.net came out. That's when things kind of changed for me, becoming more pale and staying inside a little bit longer. But even then, I would still, you know, if you're living with your parents, they would tell you to take a hike or go outside or go over to a friend's place. I remember waking up in the mornings of like a Saturday and getting on the phone and calling one of my friends to see if they wanted to go and just play with Legos outside somewhere. Like that was, you know what? I probably still really enjoy doing something like that. I'm definitely not as imaginative, sadly, as I used to be. Or maybe I am. I don't know. Yeah, I miss being a kid. You know, I still see myself as a kid. Do you guys do that too? Like, I don't know when I'll ever grow up, if ever, and I hope I don't. But I still see myself as, you know, well, I guess I'm a man-child. Bloodthirsty cheeseburger, how you doing, man? How you doing? Welcome back. Totally, yeah. And that's. I like video games. I still like the things that I like. I still like Pokemon. I probably would. You know what? We'll probably draw some fucking Pokemon. Take a page out of RJ's page. It's RJ, right? And do some like high rendered Pokemon and design them however I want. Cause fuck it. You know, I think that'd be fun. And other characters. And I want to do it because that's what I used to fucking do as a kid. Take the characters that I loved, draw them in my own style, which I hate saying style. Just draw them how I would organically and naturally draw them under my own guidance. And then just enjoy it. And then maybe come up with my own. That's what I want to fucking do. And I'm going to do that. And hopefully that'll help with the professional side of things, you know? Of maybe getting the type of work that I want to be getting. Which, I don't know if I want to stay in tabletop games or that kind of shtick for the rest of my life. Maybe I want to go towards a more fine art, higher models. Maybe I'll just end up I'll start an OnlyFans of self-portraits of myself. Doing all kinds of fun things. Maybe. Anyways, the point is I just want to enjoy what I'm doing. And especially since it's a thing that most people are supposed to enjoy, you know, you draw for a living, you're supposed to enjoy yourself. Our minds complicate things and make it more than just drawing for fun, and it sucks. That part sucks. So I want to turn that part of my brain off and just get back to like being a kid with a pencil in his hand, you know? That's what I want to do. Bloodthirsty says, I'm still a man-child. Amen, brother. My wife tells me that I'm an idiot whenever I hang out with my daughter. You know what? She's gonna remember that idiot as her fucking father. And she's gonna look back and be very fond about that, man. I'm assuming when you say you're acting like an idiot, you're being a child with her and encouraging her to be a child as well, and just to be present in that moment, right? I'm assuming that's exactly what you're doing. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. You're a good father, dude, and that's fucking awesome. Be a man-child. If I was a father, that's probably exactly what I'd be doing. You know? Let's see here. I don't feel grown up at all. Same here. Yep. Yeah, and it's almost like, I don't know about you guys, but it's like my parents were forced to grow up at such a young age. I think my mom moved out of her parents' farmhouse when she was 17. And moved to a completely different province in a different city, and started college and started her entire life when she was 17 years old. When did I move out? I think when I was 19. When I was 19 is when I moved out of my parents' house. But that was to go to college. That was to go to college in a little bit further north. And my dad, I think he was out when he was 15. Illegally driving cars across the East Coast Canada. He was like a truck driver when he was like 15. It was crazy. And that's the life experience that they had. And it's not what we have. Depending on the country and the state of time, or not state of time, but what's going on in that country, you know? Anyways. Just be a child and experience things the way she wants to. Absolutely, dude. There's nothing more beautiful than that. And whenever I go over to see, Caroline and I go over to her sister's place and visit them, their daughter, Quinn, is just, she can't help but be her genuine self. And when a toddler is genuine, they express all their emotions on their face, and you know when they're happy, when they're sad, when they're feeling great, when they're silly, when you can be silly with them. You just know it because their emotions are so raw, and their expressions are just there. They're not thinking about what action they're doing right now might affect somebody later on or whatever. None of this bullshit. It's just kind of like, let's be present. And there's a lot to learn from that. Or at least there's enough there to remind ourselves of how we once were, or maybe still are, just on a different layer, deep down. Do you have the shoulder hair for that kind of business? I don't. I'm relatively hairless, so to speak. I have like a tuft of hair on, like, right above my right scapula. It's like a square of kind of just a couple of little hairs coming out, but that's about it. And then you wouldn't expect it, but I do have a diamond of chest hair right here, and that's kind of it. You know, I'm not a really hairy guy. If that's what you're talking about, is you want Mofu? Is that you want to see those paintings? I'm serious. I'll paint some selfies in me in provocative positions and then just only post them on OnlyFans. I'll fucking do that. You know, I think I can get away with that. Now, is there an audience for that? Definitely not. No, there's people will probably pay me to stop posting. And that's another option for making income. If you don't pay me, I'll post my own my own self-portraits of me in my birthday suit, spread eagle. Yeah, please don't post those. Dear, please don't do that. What's the link again? Asking for a friend. Okay, I think that's a good enough break. Back to things here. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I hope your day's going alright, and you know, maybe just being here helps you with it. You're always welcome. Everybody it's an open door. You can come and go as you please. I'll be here to hopefully fill your eardrums full of this stuff, whatever comes from my mouth. Oh, sign me up, sir. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's the hand. It's the wrist. Make that wrist bulge out a little bit more. I was playing a little bit more Assassin's Creed Valhalla last night. I installed it on this rig on my work computer, which has it's got a 1080 in it, which I still consider to be a fucking top tier, really good graphics card. However, I'm considering I might get what is it, 270? 270s have proven to be like probably the best bang for your buck. Is it 2070s or 3070s? It's 3070s. Whatever number they're on. The one that's like kind of like the mid-tier one. Like outperforms all last generation top cards. You guys care about this shit? That's fine. Sorry. Okay. Nobody cares! I would love to be able to trigger... I know that we can do something like that, or that it's possible, rather. For you guys to be able to maybe spend channel points on audio clips that play randomly. If we found some nice audio clips that would work during these situations where I'm just fucking blabbing, set them like really low to like 10 or 20 points, and then just you guys will be the adults to remind me to focus and actually try and be productive. Or is that too much responsibility in your guys' hands? Or power? I think, we'll see. Maybe we can talk about it later. What I'm teaching my kid is that you shouldn't care about what other people think about you. Absolutely. Just live the way you want to. Fuck anyone else. No one knows what the hell we're doing. No one has a clue as to what we're... Yeah, there's no... You're not handed a, human for idiots book. You know, we're not given a manual when we come out of when we're born into the world, right? When we gain consciousness, we're not given our I don't know, the Coles notes on how to be a person. No one does. And so, yeah, we're all making it up as we go. We can take what traditions have taught us in the past and continue those into the future and to next generations. Or we can start from scratch. It's up to the person. But I agree completely with your message, man. Let the kids be kids. You know, we still have a responsibility to inform them of danger, real life dangers. You know, like, don't put your fucking hand inside fire. Don't do that. Don't jab metal things into sockets. You know, those all the classics, right? All the classics of the type of danger kids can get into. But beyond that, man, let them be kids. Because afterwards, after you're a kid, life is kind of shit. Or at least it's what you make of it. Right? Fancy smashy. How you doing, buddy? Ian Brewer, how you doing, man? So many beautiful people coming on in. Mute Lava with his hey-ya and his sad face. You left! Is that why you're still crying mute? Is it because I left? Yeah. Why? I'm not laughing at your tears, by the way. I'm just laughing. I feel funny. My grandfather used to say, it's just a spell of laughter. Just a quick spell of laughter. And he used to talk that way. He used to talk like he was like a retired shaman or something. My grandfather. But he was a farmer. Which I guess that's kind of like a shaman, right? How hard is it to have a farm? Probably pretty hard, right? Challenging, difficult. I stuck a paperclip in a power socket when I was a kid. Did you do it in like in a science class? That's usually where it happens. People are just fucking around with all the shit that's on in a science lab in like high school or college. And there's all kinds of outlets everywhere, so people start shoving shit into crevices. Not the fun crevices either. The ones that could potentially explode and remove your eyebrows and shit. You know, unless that's a look that you're trying to go for. I'm not here to judge. Okay. Those are the hands. I think I'm committing to these hands. I think that's what it is. I hard committed. This is the build. Yo, this guy talks like he's the gamer or something. Why I laugh after I say some shit like that is because I know that there's a person out there who has thought that, and they're a real person, and I find that absolutely hilarious. Because there should be a movie made about that person, you know? In fact, there's quite a few people out there that I have a hard time realizing their existence, and would only just love to see a documentary about them. And then I guess show it to people and be like, this is how people are. This is how a person is. And then other people are like, yeah, that's crazy. Way to be completely ambiguous about what I'm talking about. Oh man. Just having a good time here. This. Have you guys heard of this amazing artist, musician, loop master, named Marc Rebelais? I think that's how you pronounce his name. He is infectious. His personality and his music and his mannerisms. I find now, whenever I'm listening to anything that has like a nice kind of funk beat to it, I'll start dancing like him. He's always like dancing like this. Just do it. Ow, fuck. Ow! I literally pulled something in my shoulder. Anyways, he's always out. He's always dancing like this, and I'll find myself just kind of doing this too. And now I hope you will as well. There you go. Be dancing, just vibing out. You know? You gotta hear. Okay. Oh fuck. Would he DCMA me? He makes all this stuff up on the spot. He's banned from Twitch, so no, I can't. Twitch fucking banned him because when he's playing music, he's usually playing shirtless and in his underwear. Here, I'll link his Twitter. Am I even allowed to do that? You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here and do it. Marc Rebelais. Just go over here and I guess just listen to his pinned tweet if you want to. And while you guys are doing that, I will go and relieve myself in the Johnson. Nope, in the John. That's it. And I'll hit you guys with a 60-second ad break so you can mute the stream, go over to listen to Mark, and then by the time I get back, hopefully that'll be 60 seconds. Okay, cool. See you in a bit. Or maybe you won't get ads, and that's great too. Okay. Alright. Was that like... I think it just stopped. I think the ads should be done. Thanks for chilling through those ads or going over to see Mark's shit. He's amazing. And he's been blowing up too. I think he just recently hung out with like Snoop Dogg. And then so did the, oh god, what is his name? The cranberry drinking guy. And he always gets like the huge like 1 liter jug of cranberry juice and just goes longboarding. He was hanging out with Snoop Dogg as well. That guy's just fucking killing it. You got no ads? I don't know how it works. I honestly don't know how it works. But either way, you need to pay more attention. That was the name you said? Yeah, no, Mark, it sounds weird. It's one of those names that even if you did hear it and tried to spell it, most likely it's just miles away from how it's actually spelled. Or maybe, at least that's if you were somebody of my intellect, which is low single-digit IQ type level. But yeah, Mark Riblet. Anyways, that's the guy. He's fucking amazing. Okay, all right. Let's get in here. For reals this time. A little bit more green. And I think I want to jump into the background and push some of those values that are back there a little bit more. Let's find a blue. Something like that over her shoulder here. Man, I played more Assassin's Creed. Did I already talk? I don't think I talked about this yet today. I played more Valhalla. That game on this rig, that's what I was talking about. It's stunning. It's a beautiful game. And on top of that, I think having headphones in and hearing all the nice ASMR crunchy, slight movement of your gear is so awesome. It's just like really immersive. It feels like a Skyrim, like a modern Skyrim. I don't know if I can really say that because of how open Skyrim really is. There's certain, you can't just go out and do everything you want to do like you can in Skyrim. No, there's still some NPCs that you can't kill, I think, in Skyrim. And I'm pretty sure you can't kill every NPC in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But it's a fun game. Obi! That's the first time I heard a meow. Meow? What am I gonna do with my brain? Is it French? Is Mark Riboulet? No, he's English. I think that he just pronounces it that way. Or maybe he is. Maybe he does speak French. Or multiple languages. I heard him say it once, and that's how he said it, so. Obi, it's not the end of the world, bud. Relax. You guys probably can't hear him, but he started crying now. I think he might have been like passed out, and then when I went up to pee, he probably woke up. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I can complain." Something like that, maybe. Yeah, I can hear him. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. So for those who might not have been here earlier in the, I guess yesterday, or anything last week, Obi's adjusting to my dog. Obi, he's adjusting to the new house. The new house is much bigger than the last place. The last place he could basically do this and see either me or Caroline anywhere. So that's most likely causing anxiety for him. He can hear me, he can't see me. That's never been a thing he's ever experienced. So he's going to have to get used to that through just exposure of it and realizing that he'll be fine. Now with dogs, that can take time because to them, the world ends when they don't see you. It's like it stops existing. It just stops existing around the corner until he can see me again. So for him, I'm basically gone. So it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before he becomes desensitized to that. Desensitized or becomes more I don't know, one or the other. We're gonna paint now. Totally painting. Not procrastinating. Gonna do the paint now. Take a brush with the paint and do the painting. The Mark Reveille starts. Region. Yeah, they're region. The ads are indeed region based, depending on the commercial industry of your country and Twitch and the agreements that they have. Yeah. Yeah. You ever heard of a fella by the name of Fed Smoker? No. Maybe? Do they have a YouTube channel? That's the only bell that's kind of ringing in my head, is that maybe I've seen that name on YouTube. Like, I think that you will like, if you're a person who knows who, is it Jenkins? I think there might be like two initials. Ronald Jenkins, is that it? He starts off his videos going, "Oh, YouTubes!" And then he just like plays some funky fucking beats and on his synth keys or whatever. If you ever heard of him, then you most likely will like Mark as well. Pit Smoker's a YouTube phenomenon. Okay. More of a dark side of YouTube sort of thing. Maybe I have. Maybe I just need to put a face to the name. Oh my god, it looks like Bannon. It looks like that Republican. I don't know who he is. No, I can't say that I've ever heard of him. What kind of content does he have? To me, he looks like he's a playing a character like a right-winger. And the only reason why it's because he's wearing sunglasses and he's white, so he's got like American stuff on him, so that automatically in my list puts him as a this is how I judge him, as one of those if you don't like my country, leave kind of guys, but that's probably not. That's probably not it. It looks like yes, exactly, yeah, like a mix of what is his name? He's an asshole. Bannon. Trump's old somebody or whoever. This moron right here. This doofus. It looks like a cross between this guy, who deserves to be in prison, and Alex Jones for sure. Yeah. Does he sound like him too? Does he go, hey, I'm Alex Jones? Steve Bannon, yes. I just like calling him Bannon because it sounds like it's like Bane, like a villain, because he's basically just putrid, vile garbage of a human. He's out. I'll check him out though. I'll definitely check him out. I'll absolutely check him out. He's out. He's as outrageous as he looks. Fantastic. YouTube content that I really like is All Gas No Breaks. What they do is fucking. That's what YouTube is to me. Is that type of shit. I love that awkward energy that comes from those type of interviews. What the? I have no idea about that. Huge, godly, powerful. Alex Jones is the only one standing against making gay frogs. That is some conspiracy shit that's well beyond my understanding. Yeah. That sounds like some smooth brain tinfoil shit. He's always trying to instigate people and brags about taking cops' badges all the time and being a retired double agent. Amazing. Yeah, I'll check him out. That sounds wild. That sounds crazy. Oops. Let me do that a little. I think, yeah. A little bit more brown. Color in that gray. Something like that there. adjust the hair. So this value right here. Clavicle, kind of a little bit of a cast shadow there. This could be bumped up a bit. Okay, so I want to kind of glaze over her face just with a light value. So I'm going to lower the opacity of my brush. I just want to push this value back a little bit more. And then maybe add a little bit more saturation on top. That might have been a little bit much down at the bottom there. Okay, we need to merge that. Yeah, there we go. I see a little bit of saturation, kind of like an orange around the edge of the hair. Okay, back to there. All Gas No Break is so good. They are. Yeah, absolutely. How to get haircut using nothing but a lighter. See, that's what YouTube's for. Is to help you with your style choices. Okay, all right. I like the flow of things right now, so let's. I'll try not to distract myself. Okay. Pretty saturated, so let's do something like this, maybe. Right here. This eye. Guys, I'm actually painting. I'm actually working. What kind of world is this? The last thing I was expecting to happen in 2020. Why did they say 2020? Everybody knows we've now switched back to the old naming conventions, like 1992, 1993. We didn't go 1992, 1900. Okay. I really quickly wanted to mention that, by the way. Okay, now we need to turn the opacity back up. There we go. Yellowish color here, reflecting on her skin. I think I need to zoom in. A little bit of that. Oops. What am I trying to do? A little bit flat in the chin. Round it out a bit. Oh god, I can hear one of my cats pooping. We didn't need to hear that. If I have to hear it, you need to know about it. That's just how things are gonna work around here. And now she's celebrating that she had a big old poo. I hope you guys heard her meow. Yeah! I mean, that's what I do whenever I have a big dump. I step out and I go, yeah! Feels so light! And I hope you do too. And thank you for the follow, huge godly powerful Moon. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for the follow. That intestinal squirming, I recognize it anywhere. That's it. It's universal, right? regardless of the species. If you have a colon, we all understand it. We all get it. Yeah, there's still something funky with her eyebrows and this area, but I'll come back to it. I'm gonna jump around. Especially that hand. These arms not being done. That's what I hear. It's just every now and then I'll hear him go, my dog life. It's over now. And that's just it. He just needs to realize it's not, you're fine, bud. You're gonna be okay. Obi! I'll send you back to Florida. And then sometimes I say that. He's a greyhound. He's a retired racer. Even though in Florida it's now illegal for greyhound racing. He doesn't know that. He doesn't need to know that. That brush big. Go to a value like this. Drop that there. Okay. Okay. Impressive hearing. I have really insane hearing. No, I don't usually hear the gurgles of my animals' bowel movements, but I can tell when they're jumping in and out of. We have a, what are they called? The iRobot thing. It's like a. I bought it in like 2013 or something like that. It's one of these things, and then it's got like a thing, and then a sensor, and then they jump into it. Actually, it's a lot bigger than that, right? And then they just poop in here, right? It's this futuristic, and I guess I got like stairs for it. That they don't use the stairs. They don't. So these are stairs. I'm an artist and I'm drawing, and then they poop in here. Those are Dragon Balls, by the way. These are 3 of the Dragon Balls. No, my pets don't poop out Dragon Balls, but in this case, it kind of looks like this is one of those things that is in Dragon Ball, and then a Saiyan comes. Anyways, my cats shit inside of a Saiyan pod, is what they do, and sometimes I do as well. Just so that I can say I was that much closer to Kakarot. I'm sure you guys would as well. It's a tight squeeze, but I can feel my power level rising when I'm in there. Okay, back to work. Kakarot. Kakarot. This is why we keep you around, Mofu. This is why you're one of the top guns around here. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Kakarot. Kakarot. We're just gonna not try and say it anymore. Cat. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to bathe this layer with a soft light. So let's get a nice fleshy color here and see if this will get us what we're trying to do. Close. It's close. So I'm kind of painting with the paint and then adding the color later, or at least the saturation, because I still was painting with that's like a dull brown, like a desaturated grayish light brown, and then putting the soft light over it with the same color as the skin tone or your local value can kind of pump things up a little bit. You gonna pump it up. You got to pump it up. That's the robot poop litter. I don't know if you can hear that. Top Gun. And now I want to try putting on a multiply. Let's sample maybe the chest there. Yeah, I think this is probably something that I want. Maybe we should put this below. Yeah, no, let's just do that. Let's darken it first and then add the soft light again. Can you guys hear the, maybe only when I'm talking you can probably hear like a little bit of a gears spinning. Maybe hear it. That's the Poop-O-Matic 3000. Poopatron Mark III. Alright, so let's turn that back on, and now I can probably tweak the saturations of it. Okay. Another layer on top. We need to erase some of this palm. Sample this value right here, maybe. Nope. Do you guys have any questions? I feel like I want to say comments and concerns, but no, you can keep those parts to yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But I just have a comment. Actually, you know what? You can go ahead and air your voice out your comments and concerns as well. Well, now I don't want to. That was my plan all along. Sorry about that. You do? Mute, please. What is it? Is it true most tall people are bullies? I always thought it was most unloved people were bullies. You know? Problems at home. Maybe not having the roles around that are required to create a nice moral fiber for the person as they're growing up. And since they don't have that, they don't have a compass. They don't know how to kind of treat other people or themselves. And therefore, they lash out. Usually at people who don't deserve it. Because they see things that they want or wish that they had and those people's lives, so they prey upon it. Next question. Doesn't that make them better parents for not showing, not instilling good morals? No, that would say that would make them bad parents. Just the opposite. Or maybe I misspoke. Which I have done in the past. I've said things. You know, it's kind of like when you're typing or texting a message. Sometimes you just literally leave out a keyword. Reread your message, but at this point it's too late. You already sent it, and you're like, I left out this keyword. You know, most tall people. I've never heard that one. I've never heard that one before. That one is new to me. Oh, excuse me. It's still very pink in there. And I don't know how I feel about this. This definitely needs to be darker. It's like a thumb in there. I mean, not being loved, held, or respected as children, they grow up to be better parents for their children. And that can happen. You're absolutely right. That can happen. So maybe they were a bully in their childhood because their parents, this particular person we're talking about, their parents just weren't there for the significant kind of guidance that they needed along the way of their adolescence. And then, yeah, like you said, maybe they learn the hard way. Maybe they go through their young adult life kind of rebelling and end up having to see the nasty side of life before they're, I don't know, maybe in their late 20s, early 30s, 40s, 50s, until they realize that, no, if you treat people with kindness and compassion, most likely they're going to do the same for you. And therefore, they might change their ways of trying to force the hand of the unwilling to do their beck and call for them, right? And to bully them around. You know, they'll have more success if you're kind and compassionate with getting what you want. If you're 5'10" plus, you can't answer the bully question. But I've never been a bully. Or have I? I'm pretty sure I've never been a bully. And I'm taller than 5'10". What does that say about me? I'm just joking about the height stuff. Oh! You got me. You got me, man. My sister's 100% a better parent than her parents, so there's some truth. And that's... Like, it hurts my heart to hear that that's how it is for many people. Yeah, it's kind of like we live through these experiences, and I remember being a child and experiencing my parents arguing and stuff like that. I was very fortunate. They never really laid hands on each other ever. You know, they were human as much as everybody else, and they made mistakes, but for the most part, there was never any physical abuse. It was just kind of like, I just never really enjoyed when they would argue and they would shout. And I remember, if I ever have any kids, when I was saying this when I was young, I'll never ever yell over top of my children or parents or significant other. Basically just, you know, making sure that you wouldn't follow in the footsteps of your parents and the things that they did that you didn't really approve of. Even as a kid, you knew that, right? Okay. What did I want to jump onto? Just the hand thing? I'm still just gonna paint the hand. The chair rolls backwards slowly. Yeah, I want to move that hand. This black color. Probably just you know what? I'll tweak the fingers later. Let's just paint them. Maybe that's a bad idea. I'll probably end up having to repaint. Oh well. That. Tone that down a little bit, maybe. Some light grayish purple. Maybe more of a blue. Go back on our hand. So I'll put that down and I'll kind of mix what colors are already there into it, and hopefully that'll make it incorporated a little bit more successfully. Obi, nobody likes you. The joke, he doesn't understand. Actually, I don't like him. You can tell him that. Get this nice saturation in the arm here. That fades away. And then it's almost like there's this like thin saturated line. Obi!
Steady fucking drinking and shit.
Honestly, I should just ignore him and stop responding to
Sucks
him.
being up all night, knowing what you want to say, but can't find the words to express yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
This is what this one's gonna be about. You know it sucks when you can't write from your heart. When you're up until 3 a.m. looking for words in the dark, grabbing your head, drinking instead of hustling for that bread. This need to escape, playing a game of chance like roulette. Live with no regrets, give it your best instead of blazing people.
Okay,
I started
this
writing
kinda
cause I just
callback.
wanted to breathe
Well,
a little.
it
Give me my
feels-
space, create a place to be
need some of
myself.
this value
Take me
here.
away, I live and learn because knowledge is
Maybe a little
wealth.
bit lighter.
Picking up pennies, experience I've gained from the city. Yo, that's enough to spread some love and help the people with me. Do what you want, don't never let nobody tell you different. This is your life and nobody can tell you how to live it. I give it 100% and nothing less. Develop your talents, cause that's how I cope with the stress. The rest will follow suit. All that's gotta be done is be you. All you have to do is be you. Lost in thought, got my mind rushing. Pacing back and forth, just trying to create something. Wish that I could pick this pen up and draw this picture and become the person I see when I look in the mirror. Lost in thought, got my mind rushing. Pacing back and forth, just trying to create something. Wish that I could pick this pen up and draw this picture and become the person I see when I look in the mirror. The more that I write, it's like I find out more about me. The more that I see, embracing every soul that I meet. From Colombia to Vegas, I love the places I've been. When I search for inspiration, you know I just look within. Spending these minutes, testing my limits, constructing sentences. Passing emotion, that's how you feel what my lyrics is. Different perspectives is all that I really search for. When opportunity shows itself, I walk through that open door. Embrace the change, always learn from mistakes. Open your heart to love, that's when potential awakes. In space, I'm daydreaming. Levitate through the ceiling. Clearing my mind so I can kick freestyles in the evening. Relieving stress that I gain throughout the day. Never lose motivation or focus on getting paid. Cause money ain't everything, just shit to keep us in line. Learn to love what's important, I guarantee you'll be fine. Lost in thought, got my mind rushing. Pacing back and forth, just trying to create something. Wish that I could pick this pen up and draw this picture and become the person I see when I look in the mirror. Lost in thought, got my mind rushing. Pacing back and forth, just trying to create something.
Jump this saturation up a little bit too.
Draw this picture and become the person I see when I look in the mirror. When I look in the mirror. Maybe one day, you know what I'm saying? Maybe one day. Take me out.
And then I kind of want that to lighten up a little bit right here. New sample, try and get that really thin edge here. I think I'm a little bit over focused on this area. I might want to jump to another place. Bring that color on here. Something is blocking. Is there another layer? Oh, and that's exactly what it is. I'm painting on, I'm painting on the wrong layers. Oh man. Oh well. Here. I think we're fine. Darn it. So I guess what I can do is just merge everything on this layer down. And then get my lasso. Trace what I want to keep. Yup. Do, Control, Alt, Shift, E. What if I hold? Nope, that's not what I want. I want it to do the opposite. How do I make a negative selection of this? Oh well, let's just go Control J and then hit this. Yeah, that's it. Okay, and then we hit Control Shift I, delete. I think we should be good with that now. And we can put that here. And then erase everything that's not arms. Oh no, we got rid of the loopies. Oh no. You know what, I think it's fine. I think I figured it out, guys. What is that? What is this layer? I don't think we're using that anymore. Whatever. Oh, whatever. Cool, yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Control Shift I is invert selection. Hi. Hey Key, what's up? Yeah, Control Shift I. You're absolutely right. But what I was trying to do is I had a specific selection like this, but it had a wider selection. Like let's say I get my lasso. Let's say I press L. There we go, and then let's say it's like this, but I wanted that nice clean edge. I know if you go over the layer and hold down, what is it, Control and Alt? I want that, but I guess I just go like this, right? And then hit Control I and then hit delete? No? I don't know. Anyways, I think we're in a place where things are gonna work. So I don't need to worry too much about whatever I was just fucking talking about. That. Yeah, I'm gonna just be over it. Clean that up a little bit. Get a new layer, put that on top of this arm. Just get a new dark value here. Skin. Shift the hue a little bit. Saturation, I think. Yeah. grayish pink comes into play here, a little bit darker. Let's smooth that out. In fact, I'm going to sample this valley in the background right here. I certainly know how to ruin a decent tune, don't I? Cool, yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I try to update the ArtStation with things I'm happy with. I don't know if you guys are the same. Posting things, especially into like something I would submit, like my portfolio, it's not pretty much pretty much anything that you see on the stream is probably not going to be in that portfolio. I need to figure out, maybe I'll do another ArtStation just for the streams. Maybe, I don't know, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just stick to other social media to post the stuff like Twitter and Instagram and I don't know, whatever. Following each other on Twitter already? Yeah, buddy. I think Control-Alt-Shift while clicking the layer thumbnail selects only the affected pixels. Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. So, but what I was trying to incorporate that feature to my selection that I already had, but to remove the excess of my selection. I didn't want to select the entire silhouette of her. It's hard to explain. My brain's fading as well as it's approaching lunchtime. That is something I've learned about myself, is that if I don't have the fuel in me, my work's going to be affected by it. Of course, my energy level as well, so. G40, hey man. JD, is there a good way to calibrate a monitor for color without having to purchase a colorimeter or similar? There is. It's going to be a battle nonetheless, dude. I think that those color things, the spiders, whatever you put on, Spider Pro, whatever they are better nowadays than they used to be. But from my experience, they were trash. They were garbage. That's why I'm saying that they might be a lot better now. And maybe even monitors themselves, newer monitors come with an accurate color profile in them. But if you don't have those things, you don't need them. I can't remember what it's called. But there's a... Yes, there it is. Lagom. This site can help. It's kind of complex and it's almost like it's in a completely ancient language when you're going through this, but some of these can help, mainly with your white balances. It looks like my shit's washed out, but OBS is saying otherwise. I can see it better on OBS. Well, it's because it's on a different monitor. This one is kind of an important one, at least to me, is getting your full value range. My other monitor, I'm actually seeing banding, and this, what I'm seeing in front of me, it's completely smooth. There's other things, you can read this little tidbit. Basically, it doesn't give you any features, some of them don't give you any features that directly change your monitor settings. You have to do all the changes and settings adjustments yourself, and then keep this website open to see if it's, well, if you're creating artifacts or fixing the artifacts or whatever. So play around with this site, and if you scroll down, it'll show you what it should look like and what's good, right? Even though it's hard to tell because it's all full of noise and stuff. Viewing angle. I can see I can see it fine, I guess. Anyways, check that out, man. I hope that helps. You tried it? No, okay, it didn't. Yeah, it's a struggle. So from there, I would say if there's a painting that you've done in the past on a different monitor that you know the colors of, I would have that on your monitor and try to get as close to what you recognize as being accurate. Other than that, man, I'm not sure if anybody here has any suggestions. Maybe they can help you, but that's kind of it. I've only just struggled with calibrating my monitors, dude. It's been an absolute nightmare, and I'm sorry I can't be any more of use to you than that, dude. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. It's such a pain in the ass to have multiple monitors have different colors and different results of your paintings. And then if you're even considering print, that's a whole different nightmare to jump into. Especially if you didn't paint in CMYK or whatever it is, you know. Which, do you guys paint in that? I never do. I never ever do, because the layer blending modes don't work. So I'm RGB for life, and I guess I'll never have prints. I guess. I don't know. There's probably some things that I can do to remedy that, but it's not the forefront on my mind. Okay, I think I see something I want to adjust here. Did anybody get to see the meteors last night? I know that there's like a pretty big, bright meteor shower happening, going down. I took a peek, I didn't see anything. Obi! Stop. Maybe that helps a bit. Okay, yeah, I think that's gonna work better. There. So if I didn't mention this already today, this is a photo by a photographer named David Dubnitsky. You guys should check him out. Stuff's absolutely fucking amazing. If you like this type of photography, then you'll absolutely love his work. He's on Instagram. He's got an app called NYMF Nymph that uploads high quality photos. You can either subscribe to get some additional photos and support him, or there is obviously you just download it for free and see what he posts. Pretty nice. Imagine if we all had our own individual apps for our own artwork. That's really genius, actually. That's really, really smart. I have no idea how to code apps or anything. No. You know, have your own exclusive Patreon, basically, where you decide who's taking a cut. or not who's taking the cut. You decide that you're taking the entire cut, really. Patreon takes a certain something, I think. Okay. The default 6500 setting looks green. Yeah, so it sounds like the default white, what is it called? Your white point might be too high for that monitor. Or if there is no lower than 6500, then that's like, that really sucks. Actually, painting looks red on another monitor. Yeah, that's it, right? So subtle temperature changes from monitor to monitor, right? Yeah. I think I'm gonna call it a short stream here, guys. I'm going to hop out and grab some food and start taking care of some other shit that I need to get to. So with that said, I think I will have one more stream of trying to finish this study off. So tomorrow will probably be that stream until I decide that Thursday will be the last stream, but for the study. But I would like to finish this and then eventually move on to portrait studies. And I would like to show the exercise that we were doing over on Behance and start doing that here. It almost looks like Paul's like flipping you off. If you look at it really quickly, he's like, like, fuck you. But yeah, no, I'll be back tomorrow. If you guys are new, thanks so much for stopping by. I stream Monday through Friday, starting at 9 a.m. EST. We'll be hanging out, usually stream for a couple hours. Hanging out, drawing, working on how to improve as an artist. That's what my goals are. And that's pretty much it. That's what we'll continue to do. Tomorrow, we'll finish the study, and then start the head drawing exercises. I encourage you to follow me on Twitch, Twitter as well. That's where I usually post all my images once I feel like posting them to Twitter. That's where you can find it. Kuya, thank you so much for hanging out today, man. Appreciate it. And is that it? That's pretty much the spiel. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Loves and hugs. I'm out. Peace.